The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon. Boobies! What the fuck?
Fuck yeah! Aren't you pumped? Don't you just love that shit? You sit down to watch a video and what do you get? You get some huge, spectacular, fucking epic of an opening. You've got music and fucking effects and you've got video clips and everything's edited together and it looks so goddamn amazing. And you're thinking, oh fuck man, this is gonna be great. And then it gets to the video and what do you get? A guy in a microphone. A guy in a microphone that's $10 and from Target. And it's got clicks and it's got whistles and it's got shit going off in the background. And none of it's natural, and it sounds horrible. And you're like, what the fuck? How did I get this great 30-second opening? And now I got a guy in a mic. Welcome to YouTube, welcome to Dailymotion, welcome to VO and every other goddamn content site on the internet. Welcome to the world of 32-degree angles on televisions by camcorders that are fucking improperly placed. This is the world of content creators and video editors and people who use Windows Movie Maker to the best of their ability. Sure, they could run out and get Adobe and shell out the $700 and actually make something good, but, that requires actually working. And as we all know, most people who use the internet live in basements. We fear the daylight because it burns us. Unlike the, unlike the Mormon vampires in Twilight, we don't glow like we've been dumped in glitter. We fucking combust. Like Michael Jackson's hair on the set of a Pepsi commercial. We absolutely explode. Into a giant fireball that would make Goku's Kamehameha wave jealous with envy. So why am I telling you this? Simply just so you know. That, don't expect anything spectacular. I am one of the basement dwellers. I don't have Adobe. You will hear clicks and whistles. There will be no spectacular special effects. I'm a cheap bastard who will half-ass anything that I pretty much can get away with. It's what I do and I do it well. It's probably why I'm on YouTube and VO and all the other sites because I lack talent. But I'm in good company though. I'm in good company because I'm with the guy that I'm doing a video on today, Spax. Oh, good old Spax. Alexander Prins Stairs Esquire.
We are Wild State!
And now you understand why he went with the name Spax. Because obviously if you've been named after Bill and Ted, you're probably going to pick your own nickname. It's not like his parents named him after, I don't know, Lawrence of Arabia or something. A fucking classical epic. No, they chose a 1980s movie about two surfer teens who time travel in a fucking phone booth. Poor motherfucker. And you wonder why he's a Sonic fanboy. And with that out of the way, you might be wondering, why a video on Spax? Why him of all people on the internet would I choose to do a video on Spax? Well, back in October of last year, I'd done a review of his website, after a friend of mine on a forum had basically pointed out that he actually had a website. Of course, me being, the kind of person I am, I didn't believe that. I figured there's no way. There's no way he has a website. And sure enough, I go there and I find out he does. Not only does he have a website, he's got a forum and all this shit connected to it. He's getting money. He's getting money to do it. So, I made this video as kind of an inside joke. It was just a response to the, to the post that was in this thread. And that was the end of it for me. So then why come back and do another video on Spax? What's the point? It was an inside joke, right? So what motivation do I have to come back and do another one? A couple of reasons, really. I'm an attention whore. I love to jump on bandwagons. That should cover it, but that's not the real reason I'm doing it. Like I had said, it was an inside joke. It wasn't meant to be anything more than that. But, over the last 6 months since I did that video, other people have come forward and they've done parodies, they've done spoofs, they've done all sorts of crazy shit. I've seen animated series, and I've seen rants, and I've seen just a lot of really clever shit out there that's funny. It's funny, it's entertaining, and it's good. And what happens to those people? They get banned. They get kicked off of YouTube. They get kicked off DeviantArt. And, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that he can wield that kind of power. It's bullshit that people will, flag videos for him. He's got people flagging videos for him. I don't know how he started this little miniature empire on the internet, but he did. If you want to say anything about Spax, with all his faults, he has done that very well. He has built up his own little fan base very well. And he's got these people to do shit for him that, he'd never be able to do completely on his own. Case in point, if you go to Ed and you look at his articles, you're going to see video after video that's been removed. That's because he's got people going on to fucking Ed and looking at videos that get released on different sites and getting them cut and getting them, taken down and kicking the people who did those videos off of the sites themselves. Bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. When people do that kind of stuff on the internet, they should get called on it. If he had been smart, he would have just ignored it, and it would have went away. It completely would have went away. This would have died out. Nobody would have given a shit. But he couldn't ignore it. Or if he was smart, he would have done something witty. He would have done something funny. He would have fired back and said, fuck you, video content creators. At least I make original shit. You're just, you're taking what I do and you're, twisting it. But you can't even come up with your own shit. But he didn't do that. Instead, what he did is he pussed out. He did the equivalent on the internet of what a kid would do in the classroom when they get made fun of. He ran to the fucking teacher. And we all know what happens in an elementary school or a junior high or a high school when you run and tell the teacher. You get your ass kicked. The class hates you for doing that. Nobody likes a fucking tattletale. That's what he is. He's a goddamn tattletale on the internet. He's the fucking Cindy Brady of the goddamn digital age. So that's my motivation for doing this video. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm putting this out here. And so I'm going to go through bit by bit and look at the different things he's done and the different aspects of who he is to try to figure out why this shit happens and why he does what he does. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Dang, that just fucked up who Sonic's character is! And I'm never gonna let it go!
So who is Spax anyway? I mean, just who is the guy? I mean, obviously we know what his name is. We know he makes videos, but doesn't really tell us much about him. I mean, he started out doing, video game reviews basically on YouTube. A lot of people have started out doing that. You've got people who are well-known and people who aren't well-known. But it's a common hobby now. People go and they make fucking video game reviews. They do Let's Plays, walkthroughs, and speed runs. And I mean, it's a popular thing. And that's how he got his start. He started doing that. Of course, he focused mainly on Sonic the Hedgehog. That was a franchise he liked. And I don't have a problem with fanboys. I'm a fanboy for shit. I love Bethesda. I'm a huge fan of The Elder Scrolls. That shit gets me hot. What can I say? So he picked Sonic. He picked Sonic and he ran with it. But what started to kind of emerge as he was doing this was beyond what a fanboy is. It wasn't just that, he got an erection anytime somebody mentioned the word hedgehog. He would go into fucking fury if you didn't like the Sonic game that he liked, if you talked about any of the peripheral series that are somehow associated with the main franchise, like take 4Kids, for example, and the whole Jason Griffith thing. Here's this poor motherfucker, Jason Griffith, who works for a goddamn dubbing company, 4Kids Entertainment. I mean, they do more than dub, but he works for this company. He's a voice actor. He gets assigned to do the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's his fucking job. This is what the guy does. It's not like he woke up one day and said, how can I fuck with the internet? I know, I'm going to ruin Sonic the Hedgehog for them. It's his fucking job. But Spax didn't like that. Spax didn't like this guy's voice. He made video after video, rant after rant, post after post, talking about how Jason Griffith is like the fucking Antichrist in the animated world. And how 4Kids is trying to bring about some anti-utopian, horrible hellfire, and they're going to ruin animation and they're going to fuck shit up. And yeah, they kind of do. I mean, they do goofy shit. They screw stuff up. What do you expect? They're American. We can't do anime. We haven't gotten there yet. So anyway, here's this poor bastard. He's doing his fucking job. It's not like he kicked Ryan Drummond off. It's not like he, beat him up in the bathroom and took his fucking position. He got assigned the goddamn job. That's his fucking job. So he's doing his job. He comes in, he clocks in, he does the fucking voice, and he leaves. That's how he looks at it. I'm sure that's how I'd look at it. It's not like it's some mission in life for him to make sure that Sonic the fucking Hedgehog is perfectly done. I mean, he'll try. He'll try to make it passable, to make it decent, but he can't fucking help if he can't do it to the expectations of a diehard fan. And so Spax went on some goddamn tangent about this. I mean, he started out just doing fucking game reviews. And then this 4Kids thing came along, and he fucking lost his mind. He went batshit insane. You know, Jason Griffith this and Jason Griffith that. And that's where the problem started. Because then you had all this other shit that started just to kind of pile on top of it. You know, people told him he was retarded, and, you know, people are fucking with him because he was so into this shit. And, you know, then he started throwing stuff around. And so, yeah, that's kind of like the very beginning. That's, you know, that's like patient zero in this story. You know, the very origin of where all the trouble started with Spax. It all started with Jason Griffith. And can you imagine what it'd be like from this guy's perspective? Because again, this is just his fucking job. Right? That's what he does for a living. You know? And here you've got this incensed fanboy on the internet who just hates you with a fucking passion. Doesn't just hate you, he wants you fucking dead. He wants you dead because you can't voice a character he happens to like. That's fucking nuts. There's no way to look at that and think it's not nuts. I mean, sure, you know, maybe it'd be great if the animated series had gone to, I don't know, like fucking, Ocean Studios in Vancouver, the guys who do a lot of anime. They do a pretty good job. But it didn't. It went to 4Kids. That's where it fucking went. And they did the best they could with it. And they had somebody else. They had Ryan Drummond, and then, you know, a couple other people. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not I'm not big into Sonic, so I'm just giving you kind of what I know. But it went to Jason Griffith. It went to this guy to do this fucking voice. Could you imagine if you worked a job and somebody reacted like this? Sure, there is a level of professionalism you need to have in any endeavor you go into. If you're working at Burger King and you're shitting on the burger patties, you deserve to get your ass kicked. If you work in telecommunications and you prank phone call, or if you prank call people, yeah, you deserve to get fired. But it's not like Jason Griffith walked into the office every day or into the studio every day and drank and smoked pot and, you know, talked about how he hates black people. He fucking came in and he did a goofy voice and he did, you know, he read the fucking script. He did what was expected of him. Sure, it might not have been to the, you know, level of what certain people wanted, but he didn't do a terrible job. He did a professional job. So imagine yourself doing your job and having some crazy fucker come in there and say, "Hey, asshole, this fucking Whopper you made me? Yeah, it's not like Kevin used to make it." And you're like, "Well, who the fuck is Kevin?" "That's the guy who used to work here 2 years ago." You're like, "Yeah, so? It's a fucking Whopper, right? I mean, all the parts are there." "Oh, yeah, all the parts are there, but you didn't make it like Kevin made it." "Oh, okay." And then this fucking crazy customer not only tells you, you know, you're a dick because you can't make a Whopper like Kevin used to make one, he makes videos about it. He writes letters about it. He's marching out, you know, front of the fucking door talking about how you don't know how to make Whoppers. And you're watching this shit like, what in the fuck is this guy's problem? And people are driving by looking at this psychopath and they're thinking, that's, you know, that's funny. And so they fuck with him a little bit. That's the reaction that should happen. Because it's so extreme and it's so fucking bizarre to get that incensed over something that's stupid. It's a fucking voice actor. Now, I know Spax is gone and he's recanted and he said, "Oh, well, you know, that's in the past, gamer fans," and, you know, all that shit. But that's how he reacted. That's what started this all. You know, that's the origin. He can't deny it. He can't run away from it. You know, it's a fucking internet. It's there, right? I mean, once you put it out there, it's out there. You can't get it back. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to make it go away. It's like fucking, I don't know, herpes. It's fucking herpes. Internet videos are equivalent to herpes. They will never go away. You can only medicate, but you can't ever cure them.